friends, welcome back to Gracie May's Tarot. My name is Bethany. So today we're just going to do a very short what do you need to hear today from your guides reading. So it's going to be super to the point. We have 3 groups to choose from today. So for pile 1 we have this image here. For pile 2 we have this picture. And for pile 3 we have this image here. I really just wanted to play around with these new decks that I got, so that's why super short to the point. I hope you all like these little readings as well. Just kind of want to mix it up because I know I have a lot of long readings in December as well, so just to give you all a little bit of variety as well. Timestamps are in the description box. I don't know if I said that already or not. Let's get into it. Hey pile 1, so let's look at your cards here. This one says the Initiator, number 13. I overcome resistance and do what must be done now. And then we also have the 9 of Sticks or the 9 of Wands. This one's very interesting to me, this 9 of Sticks here, because the little ghost here is crying. You know, I kind of feel like there's something that you've been working on for a long time. You know, like you've been putting effort into something and it's like the entire time it's just breaking your heart, because I feel like in your heart of hearts here, you know, in your soul, you know what you're building isn't going to last. You know that the effort you're putting in is fruitless. It's pointless. Nothing's going to come of this. And for some of you, you know, this is, you are maybe pursuing a career path that you know isn't really going to emotionally fulfill you, but you're scared to change your major, or you're scared to go back to school, or you're scared to quit or leave because you need that paycheck, or you're afraid of what people may say if you change your major, or you're putting in a lot of effort into a romantic connection and you know deep down they're never going to change. They're never going to be who you need them to be. They're never going to match your effort. You're always going to be the one carrying the weight of the relationship. You know, or it's a friendship where they chronically disappoint you. And so it kind of has this energy of building up to a tower moment almost. You know, like you're just hitting a wall and you keep trying and you keep trying, but the more effort that you put in, it's almost like the more you're just breaking your own heart. And so there's kind of this energy from Spirit of saying, step into your power here. What, you know, all of these wands here that you're building that are leading to nowhere and nowhere fast. What would happen if you put that effort back into yourself? What would happen if you put that effort into something that was actually going to give back to you? You know, whether that's love, whether that's companionship, whether it's, you know, emotional, professional, creative fulfillment, what's going to give back to you? Some of you, it's kind of like a sense of wanting to come back home to yourself, and it's almost like you're waiting for the stars to align, and Spirit is saying, you have the power to get this started, and you will be the first domino here. If you want a domino effect of change, you have to hit that first domino, and we will match your energy back. It's almost like Spirit just wants you to be brave. They want you to take that first step. So in practical terms, that could look like you researching your other options, you updating your resume, you setting a boundary with that friend, you going out and meeting new people, you connecting with new people online, you breaking up with someone maybe. There's definitely something here about you know what needs to be done, but it's almost like you're doing everything else to avoid that one choice that terrifies you. Because there's something here about fear holding you back. And Spirit is saying, if you're waiting for us to burn it all to the ground, I mean, wouldn't you rather be the one in charge of all of this change and directing all of this energy of change rather than waiting for the inevitable? Because ultimately, this isn't sustainable. So if you're waiting for divine intervention, it's going to be like a tower moment and be really unexpected and, you know, leave you feeling off kilter and destabilized, and maybe even like a victim, and feel even worse. Or you can be the director of this change, this energy yourself, and you can get it started. And then we will match your energy, and then you will feel more like you're in control, and you will feel more empowered. And you won't feel like Spirit is punishing you too, because you deserve better than this. And Spirit really wants you to see that. So this was a tough message. This was a hard one. And because I didn't pull very many cards and it's a general reading, I don't specifically know what's going on with you. But I think that if you immediately thought of something when I said, you know, you're breaking your own heart here, putting in effort that's never going to be matched, then this is your reading. And you probably are very, very aware of what needs to be done. Okay, so pile 1, best of luck to you with this. It seems challenging, but it seems like Spirit has full confidence and faith in you that you can see it through. And I'm wishing you the very best with it. Take care, pile 1. I will see you in my next one. All right, pile 2, let's look at your cards here. We have the Independent, number 37. Affirmation: I am aware of my inner dialogue and direct it by positive energy. Okay, so positive words of affirmation here. And you have the 8 of Cups. Oh, I love this. I feel like Spirit kind of wants to give you a pat on the back here. Like Spirit really wants to acknowledge and have you be proud of yourself in this moment, because if you were someone, I think, in the past who really struggled with anxiety, or you had sort of a pessimistic outlook, or it was really hard for you to have faith, you know, or to maintain trust in Spirit, or, you know, concepts like divine timing were hard for you, or you just sort of notice like your inner dialogue would be quite negative, and you know that made you feel guilty, especially if you were trying to manifest something or, you know, keep your thoughts positive. It just kind of circled back on itself with you feeling guilty, and it was just kind of a mess. And I feel like Spirit really wants to give you a pat on the back here and say congratulations, because I feel like this 8 of Cups is you leaving behind negative thought patterns and limiting beliefs and mentalities that were keeping you chained to things that just honestly weren't good enough for you. And maybe even people that wanted you to think that you couldn't do any better. Because some of this had a lot to do with your environment and the people that you were around, you know, whether it was a romantic partner or certain friends or even co-workers, you know, something, or family members who were really influencing you, and you were absorbing all of that negative energy, whether it was just them complaining a lot, or even worse, you know, if they were telling you really bad stuff about yourself. And, you know, I don't care how confident you are, but if you're surrounded by people, especially people that you love, who repeatedly tell you, either directly or indirectly, that you're not good enough, that you're ugly, that you're dumb, that you're stupid, that you're worthless, that, you know, you're just not good enough in some way, that you're lacking, that you're not talented, that you're not capable, you believe that. You know, you just absorb it by osmosis, especially when you're young. And then when you're adult and you keep hearing it, it's even worse, because now you're being triggered to all this childhood stuff. And it just builds and builds and builds. And it feels like you're leaving behind literally like a little sandcastle here of negativity, you know, of cups that were poisonous, of cups that were just toxic to you. Toxic connections, people who were just sort of poisoning the well of your ability to love yourself, of your ability to see yourself clearly. For some of you, it's quite dark, this energy that you left behind, and you're kind of indifferent to you. You're indifferent to it. You know, you're not, I don't feel an energy of resentment or, yeah, there's no hate in your heart towards them. You're just indifferent to it. You're like, you know, it was what it was, and it's no longer this way because I decided to do better for myself. I decided to choose better for myself, and I'm moving on. And I don't know what's out there for me in the world, but I know that I deserve better than this. And I know that anything that I walk away from, because Spirit has guided me to do that, it's because there's something or someone better. Yeah, so you're just really, there's an energy here of you being in search of your tribe, of your soul family, of a place, a feeling of belonging, a home that's going to resonate with you. And I feel like Spirit is saying, as long as you remember this, you know, as long as you remember that vision for the future that's guiding your heart here, as long as you lead with your heart, you're going to get there. You're going to get there. You're going to be able to find your home in this world and your place amongst your people. You're going to find that feeling of belonging that you have always craved. So Pile 2, this was your message for today. I hope it resonated. I hope you found it helpful. Take care of yourself. I'm wishing you the very best, and I will see you in my next one. Hey Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So let's go ahead and take a look at your cards here. So you chose this image. We have number 20, the Transformer. Affirmation: I transform myself as a caterpillar transforms into a butterfly. That is beautiful. And then you also have the Fool card here. Okay, so this deck is still new to me, so I'm still getting familiar with the imagery, but I really love the way that this is depicted. Typically with the Fool card, someone is jumping off of a cliff and the dog is chasing after them, especially in the Rider-Waite Tarot and decks that are based upon that one. And we see it as like a leap of faith, right? Here, the ghost is kind of ascending from heaven, ascending from the sun with this offering of the rose, right, to this dog here. And the way that I'm reading this here is this idea of kind of this energy of unconditional love. this offering of this rose, this symbol of love, this symbol of romance, this symbol of just kind of honestly transformation. Like, because if you think of, you know, the way a flower blooms, right? That offering to this dog, and when I think of dogs, I think of purity of heart. And I think of the energy of unconditional love, because most of the time, no matter what you do, a dog is going to look at you like you are the best person in the world. You know, a dog is going to, you know, if it's your dog, they're going to favor you over everyone else. You know, they're going to just love you, like, no matter what. And, you know, I really feel like this is it. You know, it's an offering here. It's kind of like Spirit is almost, like if you've been really trying to work on your self-love or your self-healing, there's kind of this energy of Spirit doing something to accelerate that. And it could be through a significant connection, you know, some new person that's coming in your life. It doesn't have to be romantic, although it very well could be. Or it could be a certain experience that you have, or even like just this epiphany moment. Even you moving to a new place and getting a new perspective. There's something that Spirit is kind of orchestrating to accelerate your self-love, and this feeling of feeling completely free to love and accept yourself in such a radical way that it completely kicks off a new beginning in your life. When they say like a new year, new me, like that's kind of like this energy here, except it's new me, new year. You know, like it doesn't matter when you're watching this reading. I know we're going to be going into 2023 soon. It doesn't matter when this reading finds you though. Because there's this energy of your internal transformation is through, again, whatever Spirit is coordinating for you, is just reflecting outward into your external circumstances and creating this whole new beginning, this whole new chapter. Chapter doesn't feel big enough. New era in your life. It's just you having the audacity to love yourself in such a beautiful and wholesome and honest to God, like unconditional way. Loving yourself the way the divine loves you. It's almost like Spirit is opening up this portal, they're telling me, like this window to you seeing yourself through their eyes. And so, yeah, like you're gonna look up to yourself the way someone's dog looks at their owner. Like, and I don't like to say owner, but just so you all understand what I'm saying. I always say with like my cat Gracie, like we belong to each other, because cats are definitely possessive. But I always say like we belong to each other, you know, like I am hers and she is mine, and we chose each other. And so when I say owner, you get what I'm, like animals are equal to us, okay? But anyway, yeah, this is beautiful energy for you. I'm kind of excited for you because I wonder what this is gonna do for your life. Like, I wonder, ooh, I said this was gonna be a short reading, but let's maybe get a little more tarot. I can't help myself. Okay. When you step into this energy of self-love, what are the new beginnings in your life? What happens as a result of this self-love, please, Spirit? Ooh, the Knight of Blades. The way that you talk about yourself, the way that you carry yourself when you walk into a room, the way that you advocate for yourself, the way that you find balance within your life. I feel like there's the devil. There's a sense of freedom here, of freedom from old habits, of freedom from people who kept you in a lower vibrational state. This ability to cut through and see quite clearly who is right for you and who isn't, what circumstances are right for you and what isn't. Almost like you'll start just pruning your life, and you'll start removing people, places, circumstances that get you out of this alignment, that get you out of your own energy. And so when you cut all that away, what is left? When pile 3 cuts all that away, what is left? When they prune their garden, what is left? What will grow there? What will grow there, please, Spirit? Oh, wow. So professionally, you are, and I'm also getting this energy here of soul family. Soul family reunion will happen, but also professionally, especially if you're wanting to do something creative, that is going to blossom because you're going to feel confident enough and brave enough to share your work. Yeah, you're not going to be held back by self-limiting beliefs. Yeah, it's going to completely, radically change your life here. And I think that in the past, Spirit has tried to open up doors for you, tried to give you opportunities, tried to get you to see your own worth. And for whatever reason, you didn't feel like you were deserving of it. But now you're going to be in this Emperor energy where you are the master and the director. Like you're in the director's seat of your own life. I feel like things that you didn't think that you were good enough for, things that maybe you wanted, but deep down you didn't think it was ever going to happen for you because you just felt like you weren't good enough. And that was blocking you from receiving these blessings. And it's like the minute that you clear away everything that was supporting that belief that you weren't good enough, that you weren't lovable, bam. Now there's space for blessings to come in. So pile 3, I know I cheated. Don't tell the other groups I cheated. I'm so excited for you though. What a beautiful reading. I hope it made sense. I feel like I went a little off on a tangent there. But anyway, take care, pile 3. I'm wishing you the very best, and I will see you in my next one.